Hi again everybody, all of my friends on YouTube. It's me, Wushu Richard. How are you doing? Okay, Richard Clark, Wushu Richard, here again in the flesh. You know, it's so hot. I'm going to turn that fan on. Tropics here, man. It's so boiling hot. Thank you so much every time you join me to watch any of my videos, because most of you know I put a lot of videos out, okay? Often, and I know some of my videos are long. Some of them are short, but you know, in this video I'm going to talk to you about something, and I'm going to, you know, I'm talking to you down to earth, okay, just normal, one human being to the other. Put these shades on like the Terminator, or like Neo from the Matrix, and you'll see what I'm saying. This video basically is about showmanship, people that put on a show, okay, people that put on a show. So showmen or showwomen, you know, people that just put on a show. And I'm not going to wear my shades all through this video. As you know, I like to play around on video, but you know, I don't like to, I'm a humble person myself, but you know, I'm going to take these off for now because I'm a bit tired actually. But that's what this video is about. This video, I'm going to talk to you a little while, for a while, and the topic is about showmanship. But I'm not talking about as a profession. I'm not talking about people that put on a show like some kind of performance, like a, you know, as an actor or something like that, or acrobat. I'm talking about people that put on a show every day in their daily lives to cover up something, to make themselves seem like they are something they're not. Hey, you know what? I think we're all like that in many ways. A lot of people have different fears and worries. In fact, I don't know anyone who doesn't have any fear. Heck, some people are too afraid to have fears. Some people are too afraid to admit that they have fears. You know, they're so afraid. You know, there's definitely something. There's definitely space. I'll tell you why. If I do the yin and yang, okay, yin yang reality on you again, everybody. If I may, it was, you know, think about it this way. Wherever there's something, there's a space. Wherever there's a space, there's something. Now, I could be speaking ridiculousness here, but you know what I'm saying. It's like the space is full, kind of thing. It's that kind of a thing, you know. Like something can only be because of the space. It's like everything and nothing. You see what I'm trying to say? And nothing can be because of it, because of the fullness. You see, so it's totally, absolutely, the truth is absolutely there. This is no poetical, philosophical BS. This is reality. You can look at and check it out in any way, shape or form. And if you think hard enough, on it, you will come to that conclusion with anything. And if you don't, it's because you keep jumping from one to the next. But, you know, we can't fly, we can only stand on the ground. So it's like nature will keep you in whatever you're in. So like the fish are under the water, and that's the world they know. You know, it's like, so if you're skipping across the stones, the stepping stones, you know what I mean? It's like it's always in motion. You know, you're not stopping. But the fact is that those points are there. You know, the turning of the wheel on the actual the spokes on. You know what I'm saying? It's like when you're actually standing upright and balancing. Actually, your balance is always out of balance. Just your muscles are constantly rearranging. The strength and the balance, and that's how we learn to walk. If you actually didn't have any power in your and control of your muscles, you might not think you're moving, but you are actually always. And I've watched science programs about this. You can watch on TV too, and biology and stuff. So things are always moving and constantly flowing, like water. It's the flow of nature. You know, it's like, can you imagine time stopping? No, right? What could be other? As I said, it's just the time, the movement, everything. You know. This is science, absolutely. So it's not just mystical BS, ridiculous nonsense and mumbo jumbo garbage. So again, right, when it comes to like yin and yang, I say yin yang. Okay, hold on. This is absolutely what it is. Everything is nothing, and nothing is everything, as I always say. So back to showmanship, right? The inside and the outside. When you got the people who put on a show and try to make themselves seem like bigger or stronger or more confident than they are. Or they try to seem more superior than everybody else, or they try to pretend that they're happy when they're not really, or in control when they're not really, or vice versa, and different things like that, for whatever reasons. Little can we, want to understand. We can try to understand things, but we can never really understand anything or think we know it totally. We can think we know it, but we can never know anything absolutely totally for sure. Right? Yeah, because then you come to the end exactly. And so the journey is not only more important than the destination, the journey makes the destination, if that makes sense, okay? And you say, well, no, here I am here, but we're always on a journey. It hasn't stopped yet. In fact, if it did stop, we wouldn't be here. And it's very funny, actually, sorry, I know I'm jumping around the houses and going very deep and philosophical again. It's the way I am. Yeah. Eminem and Marilyn Manson, the way I am. But no, I'm just saying about, it really is. The way you are. Like, I remember talking to students like recently and saying to certain people, in life people say that there's always everything comes to an end, right? The Matrix again, everything that has a beginning has an end. But they say everything comes to an end, even the good things, all good things come to an end, So, but fuck that, you can believe you can believe that the world's and the universe is like in control of you, or you can be at the center and controlling it all, and it all revolves around you, and you make use of things based on your choices and stuff. You can actually rearrange your time and give yourself more time and more health, some more energy to move and to work with time, so that it don't fucking work with you. So what I'm saying by that is your choices affect how much or less you get of anything, physical and time and everything. So what I'm saying is basically, although people say all good things come to an end, including the good things and that, you can choose with a lot of things, or you can at least try to attempt to make steps to make your choices come into reality at least, and fight for that. By being positive rather than being negative, and you can choose. And I think you should believe that. You can try to choose that when those things end or don't end. Anything really, the good and the bad in our lives. If we don't at least have this attitude, we can't really do anything on the outside. And that comes from the inside, the universe, the absolute internal inside, what we really think and we believe. Right? What's wrong with that? You can, right? You can control the inner universe. You can control the Big Bang, man. If you can control the absolute, within you, the light in the star, it's like it changes the whole picture of the whole universe, because there's one star there we never noticed before. Heck, a black hole wouldn't give a shit. It'd be eating everything up. I'm trying to say, eating all the light. But if there was no light, then there would be no purpose to a black hole. But it's like, what I'm trying to say, anyway. So what I'm saying is, you can choose. You can choose to keep a good thing going until the day you die. So things change and things evolve, and you can. So you can't always keep everything exactly. Every experience is different anyway. Every time you work out, it's different slightly to the last one, right? But the basic thing is the same. Now, as you grow older and your body grows older, you may need to adapt your workouts and things like that, how you train your body, or anything you do, you develop as you grow older anyway. Not only because of in a bad way that you have to change things, but also in a good way too. You develop more arts and things, and life's just you shouldn't try and hold it. You should just try to work it and enjoy it, and do more and create more. So what I'm trying to say is, you can continue working out for the rest of your life, right, until the end of your life. So this is one thing there as well. So I don't know how we got onto this topic. Well, I do, but it's hard to explain. What I'm trying to say is the flow is always there, and the thing is that you got this everything and nothing, as I say, and the yin and the yang, yin yang. And the thing is, people put on a show on the outside because they don't have confidence on the inside. They've made choices on the inside, is what it is, based on something or other. A fear or a knowing or a belief that something bad will happen to them if they don't do this a certain way or that, or something good will come if they do this or that. So people are always intuitively trying to do the right thing, for themselves. And even when they're telling you what to do with your life, and giving you advice, to them it's like, I'm doing the right thing, I'm going to get respect from this guy one day, or I'm going to help this person, but they don't know they're giving you pressure. So what I'm trying to say though is that there's people though that put on a show and they carry on one way or another, like they are, let's say very negative. They come across like a bully, someone who's really tough. Excuse me, pretty tired today, work and stuff. But there's people in the world who go around, acting so tough and so bigger than everybody else, and putting on a show. And there's some people who don't necessarily be like a bully or be negative, but there's other people in the world, people that put on a show, and they're just joking around, or they're showing off in some way, or they're doing some kind of they're exaggerating a lot of the time. They're putting on some kind of a show or some act, showing some kind of ability, or showing some kind that they may truly have, or they may not. But it's like they're always trying to impress others, I should say. That's the word. They're trying to impress others, trying to get people on their bandwagon and such. Get people. So what I'm trying to say is, like, you don't have to follow people, you don't have to buy into people, you don't have to believe, you don't have to follow them, you don't have to accept what they think as right or whatever for your life. You don't have to listen. But one thing you don't have to do is look down on people and put down their dreams, or their apparent dreams, or their whatever they're trying to impress you with. You don't, even if you can read them like a book, and even if you know, or you're almost sure that you think that this person is putting on a show, and this person's very fake, and they're unsure of themselves, or this or that. You can talk to them in a positive way. You don't have to criticize them and try and tell them how to change their life, or try and give them confidence in a negative way, because it's not going to do that. It's going to do the opposite, and you're going to generate more hate and you're going to destabilize them even more. But what I'm saying is if you want to get to know someone, you should get on with them on their level and more natural. And when someone feels easy with you, and someone feels more calm and at ease, and if they want to make communication, and that's what it is really, because they might feel lonely. These people may feel that that's the only way they can get some kind of something in their life, people in their life, because their life's so lonely, so that they just go around putting on a show and an act, and it's the only way they know to be, and it becomes a habit. Because nobody's ever given a damn. But sometimes if you can just knowingly, you become the actor, maybe, and you don't give in. You just give them some time and give them some praise for what they've done, and say, "Well, you've really got some talent there. You've really got some ability. You're great." Or just play into their conversation, and even though you know that the person's putting on a show in any way, shape, or form, look at it like, just reaching out, and giving a bit of a pat on the back. It's more like patting the inner them on the back. It's like to let them know on the inside, like, wow, someone actually praised me, someone actually noticed me today. The natural side will naturally come out of them. They will literally become more confident in themselves, and they will realize that, heck, if people can believe this and that, and accept me, for whatever, they may even know it inside. They may be smart people. A lot of people that are so like self-aware and so paranoid, they're actually very smart people. I'm sure you've been there as well, right? A lot of people out in some way, but I'm saying that a lot of people who are, like that paranoid as such, and they feel that they have to be so noisy or so out there and putting on a show. Those people are actually, because they're focusing on attention. That's what they want. A hungry person will smell food faster than anybody else, So I'm just saying, a hungry dog or whatever. So I'm just saying, so someone will, who they'll be more aware maybe of you even. They might even know that you're acting. You might say how, but it's the same old thing both sides. You see both ways. So, but they will see that. Someone can only know a true world if they see it. So the sad thing is, life is like a mirror sometimes, and they need that to see their true selves. It's like, can we see our true selves without, studying the world? It's like, in the world, yes, unless you was a recluse living in a cave or in a box or something. But what I'm trying to say, for which you wouldn't be doing all of that, and you might be more in control of yourself. Some wild caveman living in the forests in the ancient days, he'd be really in control. Climbing up vines and stuff and hunting and stuff, So, I'm just saying. So, but someone in the modern day city can't even take care of themselves. They're just like an absolute nervous wreck, basically. So what I'm trying to say is, people who do, put on a show every day and try to act like they're something they're not, or everything's good, or there's that. You should, in my opinion, right, just for me, I think it's better to be not a follower. Don't be gullible either, but it's like give people the reassurance that yes, everything is fine, everything's great, and your life's great, just as great as mine, and my life's just as great as yours, and you can do anything if you focus your mind, and focus your abilities. Not only this particular ability that you may have to some level, that you're putting on as well to some level, but it's like there's an ability there, and you can put this mind power and this physical power, whatever, into different arts and skills that you can really make the true you shine. Because sometimes there's some people that put on a show every day. They put on like this fake show, and they're so good at it, they may as well be putting that energy into doing their real self, because it's like that's what they're really good at. They're like great actors compared to other people, and they're so focused on it. So if you've got the power to focus on making a show every day, like I'm playing mind games with people and all this, then you're a smart person. You should have a lot of pride in yourself, and be proud of yourself, and have like knowing that energy and control, knowing you're the master of yourself, that you can actually put that energy into other things and do great things and really inspire people. Find a hobby, find something you've got. Maybe you have a talent or something, But what I'm talking about in this video is I'm talking to the people who are around people like that. People that are just putting on a show, or they're doing this or that. What I'm trying to say is you don't need to put people down like that. We don't need to look at people like, oh, they're so fake. Let's say, for example, I'll give you another example really quickly here. In my opinion, this, by the way, all of this always. It's like if you see someone who's like, excuse me, oh, that's more comfortable. Loosen up when you can. But I'm just saying, if you see people, if you know anyone, or if you've been around anyone who's like so overly kind and really friendly towards others, and then you start to think to yourself, damn, is this guy so damn fake? This guy is trying to get attention. I know people like that. I know people that people see this way, regardless of if that person is or not, and I've even seen that person that way. But I'm just saying, if someone is doing good on a daily basis, speaking words of morality, speaking kindness, trying to help others, regardless of who they are, religious or not, or whatever background, but someone who's like, just doing good deeds and trying to do good in the world. If you look at this, even just in the words and small ways, it might be big ways, it might be small ways. I'm not going into that. I'm just saying that constantly look at a nice person, right? Someone who's productive, seemingly. Many people look over that kind of person, and they say, look over the acts, and they say, well, many people, they're very negative. And they say, well, this person's just so fake, and they're doing it for attention, and they don't really care about this or that in their heart. They're just trying to get attention. They're just trying to draw everybody in, and make everybody like them and follow them. But I think that's a really negative way of thinking, as I've said before. This is not going to help anybody. And is that going to help you hating on people because of their own flaws, if that's what you want to call it? If this is anything they do in the or mistakes or whatever you think it is, you don't need to hate people for this or that. Everybody's come up with different backgrounds and they've got their own mindset. So what I'm trying to say is, if someone's not hurting you, they can think whatever they want in their mind and hate people or whatever. I mean, the same way like you're doing by judging them and putting them down. The people that are doing good stuff and saying good stuff. You may feel that, well, these people are not really confident, they're just putting it on for the show. So what? They've got the confidence to do that. And fear is a good thing. As I said before, it can help you more, and humbleness is a good thing. It can help you do further as long as you take the steps and you understand what you're doing. You take steps to actually work on it, not just sit in fear. And if you're doing good, it's more better than doing negativity. So what I'm trying to say is, if you know someone who's doing that, you don't need to look down on them and say, well, this person's fake. Even if that person is fake, even if that person really is doing it to get attention, like making hundreds of videos, or for example like this, I know many people that do videos about their lives. Some people like to talk about a load of crap. Some people you might think are boring or whatever. But it's like, if someone's putting the effort in to do, you know, things on a regular basis, like trying to help people or communicate with people, you shouldn't look at that like, you know, well, they're just fake and that's the bottom line. Because at the end of the day, fake or not, or lonely or not, or whatever, you know what I'm saying? They're just trying to get attention and trying to get more people to like them and make more friends. That's the smartest thing to do. Learn, make more communication and reach out to the world. By doing this, you don't have to worry about them. Worry about your own life, because these people in time will learn from their life. They're trying to get people in their life. They're trying to get attention. They're trying to get support. They're trying to get this thumbs up. But eventually the truth, and the more knowledge and the more you learn from people, you will learn more. You should do, naturally. Everybody's different, but you know, they will learn more about truth, and they will lose their ego, hopefully, in time. And they will learn about what's necessary and what's not. Because the unnecessary things will make them tired. And the negative things will bring them down. They'll have to face the truth. Because the less we face the truth and the more we keep being in a real ego state, the more pain we're going to have in our life. So someone who keeps reaching out to the world or trying to communicate, they're doing the right thing, because they're going to get something back. It's better than doing nothing or doing something negative, right? Now, some people put negativity out into the world, and there's other people who still treat those people kindly, and they're great because they've got so much patience and friendliness. But it's like, it's not going to teach them as such in some ways, but it is going to teach them a humility and patience with people and respect. But these people never change. Some of these people, they still see the world as weak, and they want to just continue to be more and more nasty and take advantage of people. So you don't need to follow people and you know, fall into people's ways. But what I'm saying is if someone's doing something positive, you don't need to, you know, bring that person down. You don't need to look down upon them. You should look down more so on the weak people who don't even try, you know. Or you should feel sorry, I should say, for those people, not look down on anyone, but, you know, feel sorry for those people who just want to go around and cause trouble and just be rude to people, or very selfish and mean, or again, people that are just foolish and lazy, people who are, you know, or people who are very judgmental, like you may be sometimes, or anyone. I mean, if they're going around judging people and putting people down and speaking badly about people behind their backs, oh, that guy's so fake, you know, blah, 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 blah. So what? That guy probably knows you can never lie to yourself. So a man or woman, that person may actually know what they're doing. They know their flaws. They know their weaknesses. They won't admit them, but they know them inside. They know that they're doing this for this reason, or they're doing that for that reason. But what I'm saying is, if the intention is, whatever the intention is, but it's still a good one and it's a good thing, my goodness, you know what I mean? Someone gives you money and you start complaining that the guy's, you know what I'm trying to say? I'm just saying, as a rough example, I'm just saying, you know? Someone smiles and says hello to you, and then straight away you think that person's weak. That's the way the world's getting. I mean, it's been going that way for a long time. So people need to snap out of it and start respecting everybody, I believe, you know, and for who they are, and especially the good things, you know, that people do. Not like picking your ear, sorry. You know what I'm saying? Like, nobody's perfect, you know. But we are in that way. So the more good we do, the better. We learn from each other. Every aspect, you know, about each other, and also we learn from every aspect within too. So you can't really escape any of it, but you can only focus on certain things. You know, forgive others the same way as a lot of people will never forgive you. You know, so like, forgive yourself, forgive others, do right, and avoid trouble. You know, avoid evil, avoid negativity. Fair enough, but be positive and you know, be an example to others to be a more real and more true person, you know, in what they do. So sorry, that's not really the best way of describing it. You know, good at what they do. What I'm saying is like, you know, it's like they don't have to be a certain way for you, and you don't have to be a certain way for them. Period. Okay, I'm going to stop this video now, but that's about showmen. Okay, people that go around acting a certain way, and you know it's fake, they know it's fake, but however someone acts, you don't have to, you know, you should know that it's their problem and their situation to deal with. If someone's not bothering you, I'm not saying with words, if someone says some rude words to you and you feel bad about it, well, it's just words, right? if it's got an intention of something, or the person's going to forget the intention. It's only the mind of a person, ideas anyway. But I'm saying it doesn't matter. But I'm saying if someone's going to come and attack you, then you've got to be ready for that and avoid that. Yeah. But I'm saying at the end of the day, you don't need to worry about people like that. You know what I'm saying? Just focus on making yourself more in control on all levels, and hopefully these people can do the same. Thank you so much for watching. Train hard and stay safe. More martial art videos to come soon, and animation too. Out.